Good afternoon. Today is the 5th of May and it's 18 degrees Celsius. And today myself and director Neal, who's right there in front of me now, are both heading out to Fargo, North Dakota. A massive journey of about 3 3/4 hours. So I'm going to go and get this trailer picked up and we'll get it done. (3) and that's us just crossed the border. So about 2.5 hours down to Fargo from here now, and that's us finished. Neal's already got his reload. He's coming back up into Canada and then reloading for Kansas, but I haven't got mine yet, so I don't know what I'm doing. I've got a feeling that it'll be down into Minneapolis, but who knows, that's just guessing. Down into Minneapolis and back up to Canada, back up to Winnipeg from there, I would have thought. But I don't know, so we'll have to wait and see. Work is absolutely dire just now. Neal wanted to leave yesterday morning and it's now Sunday afternoon and he's only going to Fargo. I wanted to leave this morning on a long trip, only going to Fargo. But they're still recruiting, still taking drivers on. More new trucks for the fleet sitting there in the yard. You know, owner operators that will be doing orientation this week. It's just there's less and less work for the drivers that are out there. So don't want to be negative about it, but it affects your bottom line, and I for one cannot go on like that. So we'll see how it goes over the next few weeks. But yeah, I mean, going to Minneapolis, this could turn, maybe they've got a load going to Ontario or somewhere, so it could turn into a bit of decent load. So there's no need to be too negative about it all. We'll see how it goes. We're going to go down to the Loves at Fargo, get some fuel, and then we're going to go and park up in the petrol tonight. Plenty of restaurants all around there, so we're going to go and park at the petrol and decide from there what we're doing and where we go for something to eat. But that's it for now. Be back later. We're only 15 miles away from Fargo now, and we've decided we are going to go and
bypass granted. We remain on the main line.
Got to bypass at the scale, and we are going to go and get fuel at Loves and go and park in the petrol. They have a much better restaurant there in the petrol. I'm going to have to have a look at the forward facing camera the bracket is on. It's doing a lot of bouncing around there that I've noticed, so sorry if it's a bit jumpy, but I will have a look at that when I park up, see if we can fix that. But yeah, go and get fuel, as I say, 15 minutes away, so we'll be parked up in just over half an hour, and it is 20 to 6. So should be finished for about, well, be finished for 6:30 at the latest. And then I've got an 8 o'clock delivery and Neal has got a 9 o'clock delivery at the same place. Whether we actually need appointments or not is another thing, but we'll go around first thing in the morning and see what happens. Still don't know what I'm doing after. I will find out now until tomorrow. Would have been nice to find out today, but no big deal. Dispatch will be in by the time I'm empty anyway. They'll be in before I'm even up. So that can all be sorted tomorrow. I don't know if I want to load straight back home or one with some miles on it. I don't know. I need to keep going, but it is what it is. So, until tomorrow, that's it for now. So it's now, what time is it? 8:45 Monday morning. And I'm in the process of getting unloaded here in Fargo. But quite funny this morning, there was an Englishman, Scotsman and Welshman. All that was missing was the Irishman. Nick, who's a subscriber on the channel, good to meet you, Nick. I actually got to meet him this morning for the first time. So good to meet you. I might see you in a few minutes in the truck stop if you haven't got your reload. And yeah, and Neal was here. So shouldn't be much longer getting unloaded here, but I still don't know what I'm doing next. It's all a mystery. Nick didn't know what he was doing either, but Neal had his reload before he even left. So Nick's just gone round to the Stay Mart, which is just around the corner from here, and as soon as I'm empty I'll be heading round there myself until we find out what's happening. So once we find out, I'll let you guys know. I'm on my way over to Minnesota, where I'm picking a load up and taking it back to Winnipeg. So this will be another really short trip. I don't know where this is all going to end, because there was new trucks sitting there waiting to get decals put on them, decals put on them, which means they're still recruiting drivers. So we're going to have to speak to someone when we get back. And speaking of which, I should be back in Winnipeg for, well, maybe about lunchtime tomorrow. And I'm going to make myself available to leave again right away. And we'll see how that works out, because there's nothing else working right now. We've got to do something. So that was it's about 4 hours from Fargo to Cloquet. We've still got about, well, at least 2.5 still to go before we get there. Well, I want to do a couple of hours at least tonight. After I've loaded, or I think it says live load, but I think it's going to be a trailer switch. It usually is there. But I want to do at least a couple of hours after I've switched trailers. Get back as far as I can, really. But we'll see how it all works out, because right now it's not actually working. But trying not to be negative, trying to stay positive, but it's getting harder by the day. So, what else can I say? We'll be back later. So that went well, nice and quick there, getting switched. Didn't waste any time. Load has already cleared customs as well, so that won't be a problem in the morning. And well, instead of doing 1 or 2 hours after I've switched, I'm going to be able to do probably about 3 hours. So I should be up in Winnipeg for about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Oh, sorry. And then yeah, we'll drop this up in Winnipeg and see what happens from there. Good morning. It's 10 to 7 on Tuesday morning, and I'm still in Minnesota, but we're only about 15 minutes from getting into North Dakota. I'm still on target for getting up to Winnipeg for about 11 o'clock, but still no idea what's happening after there. I suspect it's going to be back home. We're going to try and keep this more positive. It's difficult the way things are at work, but like I keep saying, it is what it is. It's really quiet, there's nothing we can do. But it is a worry. We'll get through this. So as you can see, a bit of rain this morning. It rained overnight as well, but it's still been really windy. It rained really heavy during the night, and then woke up this morning, everywhere was already dry because of the wind. It dried it all up. We're just starting to run into this rain now. Could do with it raining quite a bit heavier, get rid of some of these flies off the front of the truck. But almost in Grand Forks, where we'll turn right and then start heading north up I-29 across the border at Emerson. And we will be back once we get across that border. See you later. So, as I suspected, there was nothing out of Winnipeg, and right as of now, I'm back at Steinbach, and there is nothing for me out of here either. So, looks like I'm going home, and who knows how long I'll be at home for. It even looks like I'm going to have to get out and open this gate. 2 seconds. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, who knows how long I'll be at home for now. So we're going to park up. We're going to get me stuff out the truck into my pickup. And we're going to go home. So there we are. Another trip over with. As always, thanks for joining me. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheerio for now.